The Frames Per Second podcast.
Okay, welcome to another episode of the Frames Per Second podcast. I'm your host for the evening. My name is Mike. Next to me, I have Spike.
What up?
Next to Spike, I have Ken.
Hola.
Next to Ken, I have Nay.
Hey.
Hey, Nay.
Hey.
Jalen says hi too.
Hi, Jalen. Hey,
And
guys.
next to Nay, we have Rod.
What up, man?
But let's get back to Nay. What's been going on, Nay?
Damn, just fucking me.
Not much. Chilling.
Are you still continuing your anime quest?
I am still dabbling in the anime streets. I haven't watched a lot too recently, but I really am trying to get through Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I'm watching that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through that.
What's it called?
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, that.
I don't know.
I'm like struggling through season 1, and I'm like, I don't want to watch anything else until I'm able to get through that. So.
I'm on season 2, but I don't know what the fuck going on.
I heard season 2 is a lot better. I want to get into Chainsaw Man because I had a desire to see the movie when it came out, but I was told that I need to watch the show.
I heard the movie was good though.
Yeah, but I heard you kind of need to have an understanding of what's going on, so I was like, well, I'll just catch it after I watch the show. But
So that is a new movie that's out now in the theaters? Oh, okay, I thought they was doing like an anniversary. You know
I
how
did
they
too.
Yeah,
I did too.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought they were doing.
yeah, but yeah, I'm still in these anime streets.
So was this your first time watching Ghost in the Shell?
It was.
Okay, what did you think?
It was pretty. It was pretty. I really liked. They call cinematography. I like the animation. It reminded me of. You remember the Perfect Blue that you had talked? It reminded me of that. I thought the story was, all in all, it was cool.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and stick with the rights. Are they both wrong today?
No, I started off thinking it was cool. but then I was like, this is actually really good. I have my has it always been in English?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
So
I
that
know you
hurt
are.
me.
I should have told y'all because the translation's not great.
It's
Okay,
not-
the translation.
Okay, well
made
that
it.
makes me feel better.
Oh my
then,
god! So
because,
that's the
yeah.
part.
Yeah, it's hard
Everything
to
else was
follow.
good, and see, this is one of those rare occasions where I'm like, I probably need the original version because
Yeah, Tubi wasn't gonna give it to us.
Oh,
in Japanese.
my
I
God.
meant to tell y'all that, and I forgot.
it was bad. Like the dub version in this, I did not like the main girl. Like she sounded like Siri,
Yeah,
and I was just like,
Yeah, I think that's probably what took me out. I was like, this is too dialogue heavy for it to just kind of be so flat.
yeah. So I had to take that out, right? I had to take that part out. I'm like, okay, so maybe this wasn't like the way it initially was supposed to be released. And so once I removed that, I was just like, and just looking at the visuals of it all, like the storytelling of it all. I was just like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. No, this is pretty good. Yeah.
cool. All right, Ken, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I think watching it, I was thinking, damn, why didn't nobody really tell me about this before? Which I'm probably sure that no, they didn't. But I always heard it was good. But this is like what they were talking about, what they were doing. It's right on my alley, bro. Sci-fi, cyborg shit, all the shit that they were doing, the discussions about what is life, what is a soul, all the other shit, the future. Yeah, this was it. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
Spike, how much did you hate
Spike's
this?
face.
Did you make it through it?
Barely. I think it's my first experience with anime.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it just
Oh, there's some other stuff out there, Spike. You be like,
Yeah.
man,
Really?
what is this?
I'm
This
glad
is,
you didn't participate in Akira then.
yeah. This
Yeah,
this
Akira
I wonder if he would have liked Akira more.
Nah, I don't think so.
Is Akira harder to understand than this?
It gets a little wilder. Like by
Yeah.
the end, it's like the story gets a little weirder, and
Okay.
This pretty much stays what it is.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was flat. You used the correct word. You said it was pretty flat for me. Nothing really jumped out. The story wasn't great.
Except them titties.
I was
There
surprised
was
at that.
so
yeah.
many cartoons.
Oh,
in
yeah,
this.
they-
Why
anime
was there
is-
so much titties.
They
we'll
play
get
in that
into that.
world.
So
I
many
see.
nipples.
We will get into that.
They love it, bro. That's why all the kids used to be watching this shit because they
Oh,
always
they get a
That's
free.
a fact.
dressed and shit like that. Yeah.
And the funniest thing is,
Interesting.
if you look at it on Hulu, was it not Hulu?
Tubi.
It was on
Tubi.
yeah.
It says that it is TV 14. That's what it's rated, but it's tons of nudity in the
nudity,
film. But I guess
awesome.
because it's cartoon and it's like graphic titty nudity, like he can't hear, right?
No.
It's fine.
Yeah. And he said,
I'll
yeah.
correct it.
All right, I expect you not to like it, but yeah, these are the types of anime that I like. The cerebral ones, like I can't do the One Pieces and the I forget the one that Jalen keeps bugging me about the fact that I haven't finished watching.
Attack on Titan.
No, I gave up on that one too.
Ooh,
but
man.
no, it's the one that they made. They made it into a live action show.
Oh, the TV show we
Avatar?
started watching. I watched that
Avatar.
TV show.
Avatar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Avatar is cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like these don't do it for me, but these weird ones that are just like all over the place, and these are the ones that I really, really like. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna throw this out there for anybody that wants to take it. We're dropped. That's what Bill told Trump.
We think it's another
Put your ghost in my shell, Bill. Put it in my shell. All right, we're dropped into a world where society's been over computerized, but there's still a focus on nations and races. And we meet Matoku Kusanagi, who leads a strike team and ends up assassinating a foreign diplomat who's trying to smuggle a programmer out. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I can still remember when I first watched this movie, I had to watch this part like 12 times because I was like, I don't understand what the fuck just happened.
Really?
What do you mean?
Yes, because I was just, huh?
No, I'm saying, go ahead. You was about to explain.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I couldn't understand why she killed him and what he was trying to do. And I remember when I first watched this, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. It's because I watched the dub.
Yeah.
The subtitles, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But
Well, I watched the dub version with the subtitles. It helped a little bit. But I can see why. Because I think this was the point where I was like, wait a minute, let me put the subtitles on.
Yeah, me too.
Because what? She just unplugged herself and then she dropped and like, what are they doing? What about a passport? So yeah, this is when I put the subtitles on.
My first thought was like, why she had to take off her clothes?
Because she had it in the suit.
Right. So I picked up on that like a little later. I was just like, man, why they gotta show her titties and like I'm like I didn't
Immediately.
understand immediately. Like,
let me hit you with this. What if it's not really about the suit? 'Cause remember the guy that had the hoodie?
Yeah.
He wasn't naked. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Did you think this part was cool?
For what I understood it, yeah. Like you said, I ain't watched. I should have cut the subtitles on, like Nate said, but I did watch that first part twice. To your point, it's like why'd she just shoot him, and who was like So yeah,
I thought it looked cool though.
Yeah.
it did look
It,
cool.
it made me feel like Aeon Flux.
I can see that.
So I was like,
can see
and
that.
I used to love watching that
Me
as
too.
a
Me
kid. So
too.
I was like, oh, this, and they came out around the same time too.
Interesting.
So I was kind of
Oh,
like,
huh.
oh yeah, this is real Aeon Fluxy. I'm digging it.
I think I figured that what you just that question you had out. She had the natural skin that was thermal or whatever that can be camouflaged, and he had to have a cloak in order to do that. He wasn't fully like how she was. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, partly, but it's also because, in my opinion, I don't think she understands like the whole idea of shame because she's not used to this. Like we'll get to it, but like when she gets naked on the boat, she just does it like it's no big deal. But Bato like shifts his head away. I think she just doesn't really even factor in that you're not supposed to be running around naked.
Interesting. So
You know,
it's like
because
that
there's no
Adam Eve
sexualizing
thing.
here. Yeah, it's
Got
like
you.
the whole nude versus naked that they
Something like that.
teach you. Like one is like nude is just like you have no shame and there's nothing weird about it.
Yeah.
But naked is like, oh, I'm supposed to be covered up. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Oh, like nude beaches. That's why they call them.
Right, and not naked beaches.
Got you.
Because she was ghosted as a kid, right?
Yeah. She was ghosted as a kid, from what I understand at least. And she never really factored in this whole idea of what
The
sexualizing
sexualizing
even
thing.
means. So that's why she's completely fine getting butt ass naked and jumping off of buildings and shit. But this moves into the title sequence, which shows a cyborg being created. What did y'all think of this? Or what did you take from it?
I really like the music. The music they nailed
They
that.
did.
Like like I'm really big on music soundtrack, even when I create my videos, and it gives like a certain feeling without the dialogue. Because they were able to do that a few times in this movie, and I was just like, man, that's really good to be able to tell a story with music, draw emotion, or whatever. So that was the one thing that I liked about that. I was a little confused about the brain thing until later. I kind of figured out what was kind of going on with that. Because at first it showed like a human brain, but then it showed like a cyborg type brain. So I never quite understood that part.
Okay, that's a question for the room. Did anybody else take something from that?
I didn't take that from that, but my understanding is it's kind of like a fusing, and the ghost is like the human element of whatever was taken from that brain. So that's where the concept of their souls and their spirits come into play. So that's where the concept of like your soul, how much soul do you have? Like how much of that human brain, human memory do you actually have in this cyborg?
Yeah.
So did anybody get like a representation of childbirth from that title
That's
sequence?
When she was in the fetal position, very much so. Yeah, like an embryo type of situation.
Yeah, I can't say I picked up on that at first.
Yeah, her coming out of the water and all that.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. She wakes up in a completely dark room before going to the office where they're examining another cyborg whose brain was hacked by someone called the Puppet Master. So what'd you think of this scene?
It seemed a very stylized moment with her in front of the window, and I felt like maybe it's all watching this whole thing. I felt like, damn, I wish I was there at the time. I wish I had watched this when it came out, because like certain scenes in Akira, I feel like that was probably like a stylized thing, like the motorcycle in Akira that's probably fed into other media.
Interesting. And this was supposed to be in 2029 or something like that,
I think
right?
so.
Yeah. So
They were only a few years away.
And they was pretty accurate.
Right.
so it was pretty accurate.
Yeah, with all the AI stuff.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about this movie. But yeah, I think that so the Puppet Master, they think that he was going to target some political talks between them and another nation, and they think that the Puppet Master was going to hack in and then kill people at the place. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But now this one, I hope people have some takes here. What did y'all think of the conversation between Matoku and Tagusa in the
Which
van?
one is that? Is that
In the van,
He's the one that always has the revolver.
I thought it was interesting how she said that he's more human than she was.
Right.
That's what I took from it, and her saying that she picked him because essentially he is a flawed human, and that gave her a certain point of view that other sections or departments didn't necessarily have.
Right.
I was confused about the Section 6 and Section 9.
They're just
Section
basically
9
different departments.
Different departments. But it seemed like one was evil and one wasn't.
And they
Depends
both,
on how
I think
you
they
view
both
it.
have evilness. But
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Section 9 was supposed to be the
Powerful one, right?
one
Foreign
that was
affairs.
for the good or what. That's the one that
But they kind of one and the same.
Matoko was on.
Okay.
She was on the Section 9 team, right? That task
Yeah.
force.
And then section. Well, I might get them backwards.
Yeah, I might get them that
Section one section was the one that was responsible for the Puppet Master, and then the other one was the one that. Okay, Section 6 created the Puppet Master. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Section 9. I think Section 9 is
the
the
other
one
one.
she was on.
Yep. So did y'all take anything from them talking about the revolver versus the automatic weapon?
What was that? Refresh my
She said
memory
you don't
on
have
that
to
one.
worry about it getting stuck or something.
Right, and she was saying how he's more comfortable using a revolver instead of using an automatic weapon, and I always took that as a representation of themselves. Like he's more human, so he gravitates more towards a revolver. She's more a computer, so she gravitates towards something that's automatic. And she also talks about how she hears something in her spirit, not her spirit, sorry, her
In
ghost.
her ghost.
So this is already her trying to figure out, like, what am I? Is there a separation between me and the ghost? So I think they're trying to instill this idea of she's struggling with whether or not, or what she actually is.
This reminded me of the first season of, all of Westworld. This was kind of what it reminded me of.
Don't be like that.
Yeah, you insulted shit now, dog.
No.
So the ghost supposed to be synonymous with like spirit, soul?
Like a soul. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So we meet two garbage men who are unwittingly doing the bidding of the puppet master, which leads them to encountering a bad guy in a coat with a cloaking device. And after some serious firefight action, Motoko is able to subdue him. So what did y'all think of this fight scene?
Is this the one where he chased them down on the beach and said that you don't have a family, you don't remember anything, and all that shit was made up?
Yep.
Yeah. All this shit was dope. The action sequence here, them chasing him throughout, him, of course, firing back, and then motherfuckers just disappearing and not seeing it. I liked all of this. And then just even the idea of questioning him and just making him confront the reality of what may or may not be real. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was dope.
This was the part like that. So the garbage man stuff was kind of confusing because are one of them or whatever like kind of partly cyborg or something like that?
So no. So I think in this society, and they never really explained it, but I've always took it as almost everybody has some part of
and
them
I didn't
that's
realize
cyborg.
that at first
Yeah,
because
so they're able to hack into your brain.
Yeah, because it would be some parts where the mouths weren't moving. I'm like, okay, what is happening right now?
It's like they were able to communicate.
Yeah.
Through the
Telepathic.
wire. I assumed it was like through the wires, almost like through the network, without having to actually move the mouth. That's the way.
So that was a little confusing at points. But nah, for the action scene and all that, man, like on the beach, man, the animation on that was crazy. Him flipping like without it was just so good, and her kind of appearing here and there because of maybe like the splash might hit her a certain way. Like they did this so well. Like man, this is very top notch animation right here. So yeah, I was definitely feeling this part.
Anybody else?
Oh, you can see her stepping in the water when you don't see her. Like, oh man, yeah. The animation, they killed it right
She
here.
whooped his ass, bro.
She did. She did kick his ass.
She did.
What, Dom?
Did you say dad?
He did.
Oh.
Go ahead, keep going.
All right, so I think I found all this stuff to be really interesting. The way that they were hacking into the brain of the garbage men and hacking into the brain of this criminal. But yeah, were you interested in how they tried to explain to the garbage man how his memories were hacked?
Yeah, I thought the idea of that was interesting, and me just forward thinking about what could potentially happen. Like if that really happened, you have in Star Trek, you have the Borg, the Cyberman, and Pluribus or whatever. You have a very similar concept.
Spoiling shit. Damn. You
I
just a
ain't say shit.
spoiler.
I ain't say shit.
Just a spoiling spoiler.
What I say? I ain't say that. Yeah, but nevertheless, so I'm thinking about like the possibilities of looking ahead. Like there's always this exploration taking place about what was the baseball player that wanted to be preserved because he wanted to come back.
Babe Ruth, wasn't it?
No, Sammy Sosa.
Oh.
No. I can't
he's wanted to
remember
be
his
white.
name. Ted something. I think it's Ted. But yeah, like injecting these thoughts and ideas into his head and basically programming. You think about like what they do with media just in general, how they inject ideas and thoughts in your head that you may or may not think are real. So,
But your own thoughts go away though. That's the part that I thought was interesting. He won't get his memories back.
Yeah. So they're just completely gone.
Oh, that's so he'll get part of it back or something like that. It won't be fully.
Oh, did they?
I thought so.
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
Ted
Yeah.
I
Williams.
never heard of him.
This is the part where I was getting frustrated because the action sequence was really good, but I just really, at this point, I was like, I wish I was following this easier. I wish it was a little easier to follow because I don't want to just look at the animation. I don't want to just wait for the next action sequence. Like I felt like they were saying something important. I just couldn't follow it.
And you know what's
get
crazy
that.
about that? Sometimes
It was the
like,
whole movie for me.
Yeah.
It was like over.
Something
It
should
was
be
like
happening
over explaining sometimes for me.
There's
Because
a
like
lot of talking.
It's
it's a lot
the
of talking.
dialogue
I'm like,
heavy,
and it's like the over explaining kind of lost me.
I can see that.
Sometimes I
can
need
see
something
that.
just to be simplified. Like just make it plain and simple for me. I don't need all the over talking. Like so yeah, that was the issue for me. I feel like the over talking kind of got me lost. Like
No, I can see that. I think with a movie like this, they kind of just drop you into a world with no real explanation, and that does kind of. I think, so there's like 3 or 4 of these movies.
What you mean?
Yes.
There's a
Like
ghost
this
in
is
the
just
shell,
part
too.
one.
I started to watch the second
shoot.
one.
Yeah,
SAC
Innocence is really good.
something.
When
Yeah.
did they? So how far apart did they release?
That I couldn't tell you.
Were they all in the 90s or some in the 2000s or
No,
something?
they-
I didn't know. Oh,
And there's a
wow.
whole TV show.
So that's real because I went
Yeah.
and looked up something. So I didn't realize that this was. I thought it was just like because a cure. It's only a cure. It's not. It's nothing
Yeah.
else. Yeah. So I thought it was like that.
There's either 3 or 4 movies
Interesting.
and an anime TV show.
Wow.
And I feel like you need to watch all of that.
so. It's probably
shit.
meant to. So yeah, that's
yeah.
They
probably
didn't
what
plan
they
it
did.
like that though.
Oh really?
Yeah, they didn't originally. I don't think that they planned for there to be a big, a whole bunch of sequels. They just made this movie, but they just drop you in their world without really explaining.
So
a
it's
lot.
derived from the
But-
Mac. What is it
Right,
called?
that's what I'm
Mac
saying. Is the manga?
Manga?
Is the manga like the whole universe? Is like I don't know what what does that entail?
I
Was
couldn't
what
tell you.
I
I
was
never
curious.
read it.
So I got the impression that it was like the manga was probably like this whole big
Mm-hmm.
story, and they just took a piece of that and made
Yeah.
this movie.
So
and
that
then
would make
started to
sense.
create other spin-offs based on the source material in the manga.
So that would
Right.
make sense to me. Like,
That's
you know
what
what I'm saying?
I
I may not get the full scope in this
Yeah.
first one, and then you got to watch the second one, and that'll kind of slowly start bringing things together. Because
Yeah.
a lot of
Right.
stuff is like that now, right? With the series we watch. Like,
Yeah.
some stuff don't make sense.
It's like a Game of Thrones almost.
Yeah, Star
Yeah.
Wars. They all do that. shit,
That
and you have
made
to
this
just figure it out.
knowing that made this movie a little bit better for me. It made me feel like, oh, okay, this is just a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I read is because I didn't read the manga. I didn't follow any of this shit. But those that read the manga and Ghost in the Shell said they like the telling of this better because it cuts out a lot of the unnecessary stuff that was in the manga.
Well, damn.
You know,
Interesting.
That is interesting.
yeah.
All right, so what did y'all think of the scene with Matoku and Batou on the boat? We kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier,
Oh, she
where we're
got
seeing
naked.
how much she loves to swim, even though it's quite dangerous due to her body being cybernetic.
Being heavy
Yes.
and shit.
Right.
Yeah. What did she say? She said something about it. Like,
That's like when she
About
comes out of the
dying.
water, it's almost like she feels like she's a different person.
Come on, baptism. Baptized in the Holy Spirit.
but she said something about like the risks. Like she's willing. Why she's willing
Yeah.
to take the risks.
That's
What
what I
she
noticed.
quote? I can't remember what she said though, because it was a hard bar. I can't remember what she said though.
I don't remember either.
But I remember the inference. But this is when I realized, oh, she's struggling with her idea of existence. And the idea of death doesn't necessarily scare her because it almost solidifies what she actually
Right,
is.
right.
That's what
So,
it was.
yeah, this is when
That's
I
what it
started
was.
to understand that she was she's struggling with the spiritual aspect of what she is.
Yep. Yep.
Which is why, yes, I saw I got the birth stuff from the opening scene, but this one really was more spiritual heavy, and it felt more like baptism than like kind of like coming up and becoming a new creature
Right.
kind of situation is what the feeling I got from this water scene.
And what the puppet master was doing is what sparked this whole thing with her, because that even her partner was saying like ever since the puppet master showed up, you've been on some bullshit, something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's due to, which we'll also get to, but due to the fact that they started realizing that the ghost is not always human. That can be created. So she's just struggling with what am I?
Jesus.
Am I just a cyborg? Am I human as well? But yeah, I thought this part on the boat was actually interesting. Spike, wake up. The voice that happens on the boat. What'd you take from that?
I don't remember what he said to him.
Damn.
It was just because they both were like, "What the fuck was that?"
Who said
Right.
that? You
It-
said
it
that?
ended up
Come
being
on,
that,
Holy
right.
Spirit, come in the
Right.
room.
It
So
ended
the
up
puppet
being
master
puppet
like,
master did.
Yeah,
No, I don't think it was the puppet master.
It's
I don't
God.
really.
It is the Holy
that's what
Spirit.
puppet
huh?
master is.
God.
Puppet master is God.
Or the
see-
Antichrist.
Oh shit!
I just came out of church. Now.
Well, did y'all read the caption that said "thinking"?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So when that voice is happening, it puts thinking in front of it. So
Interesting.
I'm like, okay, is that actually her? Because they both heard it out loud. It
Yeah.
seemed like. So I've never really gotten a full answer on that. I do
thought
think
that
it
was
is
her. I thought he was able to hear her thoughts.
No, because remember
That's how I took
it.
she got
Yeah.
surprised by like what
Yeah,
the
he was
fuck
like, "That's
that?"
you, right?"
She
She was
got-
like,
He
"No,
was like,
I don't
"Hell
know who that is."
no."
Fucking me.
Yeah.
I think this is supposed to kind of symbolize that she does kind of think that she's two separate people, but I don't have solidification for that.
I was a bit confused because, to Roderick's point, like there's a lot of scenes where they're talking without their lips moving. So I didn't initially, when the voice happened, it didn't spark me as anything different because I felt like I'd already seen that happen. But when their comment like, well, who was that? I'm like, well, what's the difference between what's going on the boat and what's been going on and continues to go on when they speak without any words? So is there some sort of like connection of all the cyborgs that allows them to be able to? That's why I said I felt like it's like they're on the same network and there's certain things and thoughts that they're able to connect to, but she's on a different plane.
And it almost sounded like it didn't really sound like her voice.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was also why they were both like, who the fuck was that? And why are we both hearing it out loud? So actually, maybe you're right. Whoever said Puppet Master, maybe it is a Puppet Master hacking in.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
Interesting.
This next part is one of my favorite parts of the whole film. So they're riding around in a boat. Well, she's riding around in a boat.
Yeah.
And she's looking around at
So
some of
good.
the things that are happening. I'll save my thoughts for after y'all, but what did y'all take from this scene where she's looking around from the boat?
I don't know what if I actually took anything from that part. This is the part where it was like no dialogue and the sound.
This
Oh
is my
my
favorite
God.
scene, too.
Yeah. It was so good. I guess just showing the influence of like the AI and all that stuff. I guess that's going on in the world. But again, like I was just mesmerized just by the scene and the music. So I didn't really try to pull. Like I definitely would have needed to watch this one more time to get the full scope or whatnot. So my opinions on it is kind of surface level right now. But
that's fine.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, I'm kind of with Rod. Like, I think I was more kind of caught up in what I was looking at versus what I was looking at, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But I did feel like it was, to me, it just seemed like an extension of the struggle that she was having on the boat because she saw herself in some people. So it's like understanding how much of us are all connected and how much of me is me.
This was when, like you were saying, the billboard signs and parts of the city and stuff like that.
Music and all that shit.
Yeah. So I really didn't think much of it until you asked. I was, I thought she was just sightseeing, but no, I think there's sort of a connectivity that they all have, and she's like looking at that and how she is directly, indirectly connected to the world, like as a machine and human or whatever this entity is, and the puppet master is in there and able to reach out and connect and control a lot of other aspects of it. So going back to this sort of identity crisis she has, it's like, what am I really? Am I also all of these other things that I'm looking at? And am I part of that billboard and all this part of these other people? So what really is the world? This existential crisis.
Existential is absolutely what I took from it too.
That's good.
No, because just like to his point, like how much the connectivity of it all, like how much am I related to these people? How much am I related to these electronics and the less human aspect? Like in general, like how connected are we actually? Are you present? How connected are you with the people that you're in the room with versus outside of yourself?
That's why I see a lot, like I did here, and B said it too, that a lot of ideas came from, got from the Matrix. Like Matrix got a lot of ideas from this.
It did.
Yeah.
It felt very Blade Runner too.
Yeah, especially those no dialogue
Yeah,
scenes. Yeah, I had that thought as well. Mike, like I went high enough to watch this shit. So I should have smoked one more blood before I watched this.
That was hilarious. This is the most perfectly placed room I've ever heard.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
So the reason I love this scene so much is because this is her once again thinking about who and what she is. So the first thing she looks at is another model, another cyborg that's the same model as herself. So she goes from that, then she looks over and she sees the under construction buildings. Then she looks down and she sees the trash, the I think it's like a tricycle, and there's other machine-like things in the water that's just discarded with. So I think this is all her thinking about what she is what does it mean to have value? Am I gonna at some point be trash like this, which we'll
Yeah.
get to later?
Ooh, that's
Also, it then shows this scene of these mannequins in a window, and these people are walking by the mannequins, and there's a reflection. So then you get this idea of people create mannequins to look like them, but to do their bidding, just like Matoku is. She was created to resemble humans, but she's not really her own she's not really her own being or whatever. Somebody is controlling her. Someone is making her do certain things. So I think this is her thinking like, am I going to just be tossed out like trash when I'm no longer of use? What does this mean about me?
So she didn't have free will. She
This
just
is good.
Sort of.
yeah. I thought. Go ahead.
So that takes me back to the window scene. And when she wakes up, like what struck me is she woke up and she just got dressed and walked out.
Exactly.
Like
Didn't
there's
turn the
no
lights on.
routine. There's
Right.
no like let me get myself together. It's just she
Right.
popped up.
Yep.
And then got dressed.
And that was a dope ass scene
It was.
too, with the light, with the window, and then she opened the door, see the crack in the shadow and all that. I was like, man, they killing the
She,
animation. on
she
this
didn't.
shit.
She didn't even think like most humans would wake up, turn a light on,
Stretch
get dressed.
something.
No, she just wakes up, opens the window just so she can see what's going on outside, and then she just gets dressed in the dark
Yeah.
and leaves. So there's definitely like a lack
Yeah,
of
so she-
human routine.
Exactly. She doesn't really have free will. Like she's created just to
That's right.
do the work. And so there is no portion of her day where she's taking time for herself. She's just getting up and doing the work.
But she seemed like she started to get free will once the Puppet Master showed up.
That's right.
And then once the swimming. So the swim, that's her routine. It's like her struggling with her existence and with her understanding allows her to have a lane where she can create something for herself.
Yep.
Oh, this is
And
good.
feel
That's what I'm
separate,
saying. Once you really settle into it, it's like,
It's
actually-
heady, but yeah.
it's
It
heady.
is.
But it's like once you realize that, it's like, oh yeah, this shit good.
So they find us.
Right, like, you didn't say so, my nigga.
So they find a cyborg that's been hit by a truck, and they're told the cyborg is completely synthetic, but it has a ghost. And the whole confusing part is they were under the impression that a ghost is human and can't be manufactured synthetically. Spike, was this interesting at all to you?
It's when they try to plug into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting for what it was. But, I mean, I was following the story okay at this point and seeing what they were trying to do as far as plugging into it to save it. So, yeah. That's it.
Anybody else?
Why she kill herself then? Why did the puppet master have like if it was a fully autonomous cyborg, right? Why would it kill itself?
Maybe because remember how when they were talking on the boat, when Matoku and Batao were talking on the boat, and they were talking about death and how death kind of makes you feel human.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that's why. Maybe and this is a guess. Maybe it was trying to test this whole thing of what does death feel like. And that's just a guess because nothing validates what I'm saying. But that's always been the way because at first I thought, well, maybe they just did that
That makes
because he
sense,
wanted to find a way into that that facility. But I don't think that's what it was. I think that this is him trying to figure out what human means, what life means. And that's when we get the next scene too, when they're having that discussion. But yeah, that's what I always thought.
And that makes sense because now that he knows what's on the other side of death, that's why he can go and like he can
Yes.
fully do what it is that he wants to do because now I understand what this whole situation is for real.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that we don't. Oh, did it stop recording? Okay. I think there's one of those things where it's like we don't really value life until we understand what death is. When you're a kid, it's just like, oh, life is fun. I'm gonna go ride skateboards. I'm gonna go play with toys. But then when you get older and you're like, shit, this could be over tomorrow.
Shit,
I need to go, huh?
Dom's already there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's-
Damn. Well, he's too smart for his own good.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, that's when you start to really realize what life is because it could be over.
Yeah.
So that's what I took from this.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had them conversations with him now.
Oh God.
It's crazy.
Well, at least y'all are doing it. My mom sent me to the pastor to do it, and that just got me in more trouble.
Yeah, but I mean, even in adolescence, I think there is a point in time where you become obsessed with the idea of death and what that
Yeah.
means, and what that means to me and everyone else that I love and I'm in community with. So I do think that that's like a natural element of your human existence, right?
Yeah.
So if they're cyborgs, or if these as machine, as robots, whatever this artificial intelligence, they've now gotten to the point in their development where they're questioning what this existence means to me, and the puppet master has now understands fully what it means to die and what that means for me as a robot.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna do what I need to do.
So just so I can understand, which part did he? Are you talking about when he got hit in the street?
Yeah, with the body truck.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, then they brought it back to life, and it was like it was.
Oh, yeah.
Again, why is his titties bouncing? I'm just like,
Nipples just
at this
hard all
point, I'm
day.
like, this is soft porn.
yeah. She was basically orgasming him.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
I like that shirt.
But this leads to a very interesting next scene. This is a conversation between Chief Nakamura, Chief Aramaki, and the cyborg, which is the puppet master that has reactivated itself. So, and if for a little bit of context and to refresh memories, the puppet master is arguing that thoughts created from information is no different than thoughts created from chemicals. So our brains create thoughts from chemicals in our brain. And they're arguing that how is that any different than a thought that's created from a bunch of ones and zeros. So, and then they start to discuss what life is. So what did y'all take from this scene?
Yeah, 'cause they
Shut
can
all the
argue.
AI down tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Was it they were talking about that a human body is a very complex machine?
Yeah, because like
Or am I thinking about
DNA
something
could like be the
else?
same thing, like some sort of coding.
And then he said DNA could be manipulated or something, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's all just information.
Yeah, I thought. I actually thought all that was really dope, and the puppet master having this sort of insight, into the different aspects of it, and it's that question that everyone asks, like, what is life? What is death? We always want to know.
Yeah.
And it's almost basically what he's saying. It comes down to perception.
Yep.
Death can be anything. Like it could be zeros and ones, which could be AI, and AI could within itself attempt to try to develop a conscience and a soul. And, it's just like when that guy was talking about digital slavery and stuff, that an AI will become self-aware to realize that it's just here to serve the bidding, which goes back to, whatever girl name,
Matoku?
Matoku. Sorry.
No, I was close.
And where, and what she's like trying to interpret and figure out. So, and that's why, it's like, that's this quest to find this puppet master and figure out what his true intent is.
Yeah, because he was saying that he's not AI.
Right.
Like
Right.
he was just like
He
nah,
takes that as like an insult almost.
Yeah, he's like, I'm some other shit. Like,
He discovered
like,
what I
nigga,
am.
if you ain't AI, what are you? Nigga? Yeah, that shit was crazy.
The hardest bar that he said was when they asked him to prove his existence. And he said, I can't prove my existence because y'all can't even explain what life even is.
Yeah, that shit was.
I was
yeah.
like, Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy from 1990 something.
I know,
This is
95.
crazy. Man, I was arguing with somebody recently about Japanese folks, and I was like, man, when it comes to art, and I'm talking about art, like visual art, music, for whatever reason, Japanese folks just be thinking on a completely different plane, and they tried to tell me I was being racist, and I was like, fine.
That's why
I'll
they
be
be ahead
that.
on technology too. I think.
They just think differently.
Yeah, they think differently. And then I said 95, but I think what is it called?
Manga was
Manga
89.
was 89.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I don't know what is in the schools over there, but the way that their brains like process this kind of shit is so fucking fascinating. But yeah, to think of a movie like this or even a story like this in 1989 is fucking mind blowing.
It makes me really understand why it was so much outrage over the live action.
The what?
The live
Oh, the
action.
live action?
Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson, yeah.
I still never saw it.
I never saw it either.
That's part of the reason why I've never watched it because
Neither.
it was. And I was like, oh.
Oh, you saw that movie?
No, but I
oh, that's
heard
why you never watched
all
it.
of
Yeah,
the
'cause of
issues
the
with them
issues.
whitewashing it. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, that seems disrespectful, so I'll stay away.
Same. I was just like, why would you do this when there are plenty of Asian actors? Even if they're not a Japanese actor, at least get an Asian actor. You get the most white woman you can fucking find, Scarlett Johansson. And nothing against her, but, she shouldn't have took the fucking role, that's for sure. All right, so some camouflage soldiers break in and take the puppet master's body out of there. They discover that the soldiers are using the same camouflage that Matoku uses, which leads them to investigate the person who Nakamura was with. So what did y'all think about what Ishigawa figured out.
That's
as
the
far
humany
as
guy, right?
say again,
That's the humany one, right?
the humany.
Yeah, the police officer that was more human with the revolver.
Ishigawa is the guy that they called and said investigate and research and figure out
the little
who that
scientist
other
guy.
person is.
Gotcha.
Who that other person, by the way, was voiced by Breaking Bad. Walt.
I thought that's who that was.
Yeah.
It did sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Did y'all take anything about what he figured out as far as this? This is where it always got confusing when I watched it as a kid because it was like this is a big information dump that I was like, all right, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
This is when he figured out that it was created for political shit.
Sort of. So this is where, Nakamura came into the facility and he was with another guy that apparently they didn't know. They figured out that that person's name is Dr. Wills. That's the person that's voiced by Bryan Cranston. And he's a researcher specializing in AI, and he works with Mizuho, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, the guy that, remember at the very beginning of the movie?
Yeah,
The
the
guy
other-
that they're
the
trying
other
to get out.
section.
Huh?
The other section.
Yeah, when the other
And
section
Dr. Will
was-
is the American, right?
Say again?
He's American, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But Mizuho is Japanese, but he is a scientist that they were trying to defect out of Japan. So I know this really gets a little
This was
confusing.
the part that I never really fully understood.
Yeah, because this is also the part where he was trying to figure out was it a third person coming in that door
Yes.
or something like that.
Yeah. Because
okay.
the door took too long to close.
3 seconds, I think. Extra.
And it was too much. The cars weighed too much coming into
That
the,
too.
the
Right. They
garage.
started trying to figure all that out.
So that's when they realized that there were people in camouflage that were in. But this is also when they figure out that the group, like Section 9, whatever, they were always told that that group was created to stop the Puppet Master. But it actually turns out that that group was created before Puppet Master even existed.
Right.
So they actually may have created Puppet Master. And remember, the project that the Puppet Master said that he was Project
2025.
So I keep saying that.
Right.
In my head, I keep saying
what I
that.
thought when I
2501. And that is the same name of the project that they found. The file that they found was labeled Project 2501. So in reality, what we're figuring out is this group created the Puppet Master. They didn't create themselves to fight the Puppet Master.
Yeah, just
And the
lied
Puppet
about
Master
it.
just became too powerful.
Yes.
And was like, fuck all y'all.
Yes.
And I'm going to do what I do.
That's right.
Skynet.
Exactly. Shut it all down tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're almost done, Spike.
Is that why?
That was a lot though. Yeah.
It was.
It was a
At
big
that moment,
information dump, and
yeah.
I remember even rewatching it, I had to wind it back a few times because this part always confuses me because it's so much.
It was the
You gotta-
elevator. I was like, wait a minute. Cause it was like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, who going through that? I rewound about 3 or 4 times.
It's one of the movies you got to like just use context clues as you go along.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. For sure. I thought I was dumb.
And they never showed us. And they never
Why
showed
make
us
you
the
feel like
people that was in there, did they?
No, they're the people that came in there and
No, it was the 2 persons walked in, and then he said,
They
no,
were
it
the
was
ones
some
that were
other-
in the car that he shot
Right.
with the revolver.
Okay.
We didn't see them till like after they
After they left
stopped
or
the
whatever.
car or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Right. It was another point I was about to make. Yeah, because what's the main girl name?
Motoku.
Major.
Or Major.
Major. Yeah. Because she was just like, isn't there something similar about the two of us? She had asked the other guy.
Do
whatever.
we look alike?
Right. So is that lends to the point that they might have created him because they created her, right?
Yeah. And I think I might have actually skipped over that part.
No, you haven't gotten there yet because they're just about to snatch up Puppet Master when they come in.
I thought I put that in my notes, but I don't see it because there was the part where when she was asking those questions and she was like, am I actually human? Maybe I'm not human. Maybe I died a long time ago. And then Bateau says, well, you're treated like a human, so therefore you're a human. And that goes to that whole like, I am, what is it? I think, therefore I am. I can't remember. Is that in the Bible or something? I can't remember who said that shit.
Is it?
Paul or Jonas, one of them motherfuckers. Noah, one of them dudes said that shit. Anyway, okay, so Motoku catches up to where the Puppet Master's shell has been taken, and it's in a rundown old building, and the Puppet Master's being protected by a huge robotic tank. What did y'all think about this battle?
This was dope. The action, all of the action, And this is actually pretty good.
This is when she was trying to lift off the roof.
We'll get
of
to
the
that.
Oh,
We'll
Yeah,
get to
we ain't
that.
got
We'll
to
get
that
to
part
that.
yet. But yeah, this is the same.
Yeah.
When she was naked and then she was trying. Yeah, it's that scene. But yeah, the whole battle up until that point when she was dodging the bullets, he was shooting down the columns and all that.
I thought it was interesting up the family tree or whatever situation.
That's right.
That was
yeah.
dope.
I always thought that was so cool, and the bullets always stop before it hits the very top of the tree of life. So yeah.
And all this was dope.
Yeah, that was good action.
All right. The only thing I've never been able to figure out is why, when they shoot the ceiling out, why that makes the tank's camouflage go away.
I guess because it's breaking the mold a little bit.
No.
That makes sense. Like, because the same thing happened to her in the water. Like it's like a circuit. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure it's like a circuit breaker that's making it it's thermal too. It's thermal, so maybe all of that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
You like I said, you're just breaking the cloak.
Okay.
Yeah,
that part's always gone over my
I thought
head.
it was the glass essentially breaking.
yeah.
It's almost like a reflection. It's a reflection of the outer world.
Yeah. That's normally what it is. Yeah.
So if you interfere with that, then it'll
It's going to reveal
cause it to
itself.
be, visible.
Well, now we're to the next part. Ken's favorite part is when she tries to open the lid. She gets butt-ass naked for no apparent fucking reason.
So you still think it's for no reason?
I still think it's because she did cloak. So I'm assuming it's tied to that in some way. But even when the cloak is off, she's still just butt-ass naked and it's not a big deal. And she stays butt-ass naked while she's trying to pull the lid off. But she strains too hard and her body breaks apart and then she falls into the water. So what did this remind y'all of when she fell into the water?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why the hell she didn't fucking stop.
Yeah, me too.
Because the most important part for her is her brain. She can get a new body. She's realizing the body is not necessarily important because it's just a shell. Get it, Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah.
So I think that's why. She couldn't stop herself. She was trying to just get into this lid. I wish they would have found a different reason for this to happen because just opening the lid, it's just like, okay, you open it and then what? Like,
Because even old boy showed up and was like, that was stupid.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
Yeah, what are you doing? But it was dope seeing like her whole body just rip apart and she just laying on the ground, just looking up and sitting. I'm like, fuck.
Like, why did I do that? That was dumb as hell.
Yeah, just like, damn.
Yeah, they did that shit in slow motion too.
They
like,
did.
That was dope.
Did that part where she falls in the water, did that remind y'all of anything?
What was it supposed to remind us?
I'll give y'all a hint. The part that I said was my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, the trash.
When she falls in, she's like laying in the water the same way the trash was. So now it's once again pushing the idea of I have exhausted my usability and now I basically am trash. I'm a piece of trash laying in the water. So yeah. All right. So as section 6 closes in on him, Matoku hacks into the puppet master.
Looked like Ken had a thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
My
keep
bad.
going,
No,
'cause
go ahead.
No, just keep going.
No, I don't want to. All right. What did y'all think about what she learns when she hacks into the puppet master?
This is when the puppet master basically revealed.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
Yeah, that shit. Because I thought it was dope, but I can't remember.
He basically is saying
because he
that,
said
like-
he didn't want to. He wasn't. It was basically the opposite of what they were thinking he was going to do. Yeah, and
What you mean?
I can't remember.
Damn.
What were they gonna do? Or what
They
was-
thought he was out to like take over,
Take over.
Yeah,
but he's not.
it's like give life or become sentient or
Yeah, he
birth.
became sentient.
He wanted to give birth or something like
That's
that.
right.
That was it. Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Oh, he trying to populate the earth.
Yes,
He wants to understand what it is to be a living being, and he's realizing that the difference between him and humans is he can't reproduce.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Matoku says, well, what about just making a copy? And he's like, that's not the same.
thing.
It's not the same thing. He's like, humans reproduce, but it's a perfect marriage of the two people. It's not just a copy.
Yeah, because were they talking about like cells and DNA and all
Yes.
the others? yo, this
And it's
this
all
shit,
manipulable information.
It was like everything kind of regenerates. Every single thing, you know, is able to kind of reproduce and become another part, and that's what life essentially is. It's just basically
Yes.
reproduction
That
over
was-
and over again.
That was the most interesting part of the movie to me. This conversation that they had, I thought it was dope. Based off what you were saying about the reproduction and how life goes in the circle of life and things of that nature, that was really good.
And you think about like the things that humans ultimately end up creating. They mass produce a lot of things. They replicate a lot of things. You know,
Including themselves.
Yeah. Even, you know, stuff that they sell. And you know, you look at these robots and stuff that they're creating. They're mass producing those to sell them. You look at you know, devices and shit that we have. It's all a form of mass reproduction. Every single thing is able to produce. And, you know, the entity wanted to basically do that within itself, which is a really dope idea. And again, you come back to the idea of what is life, the question that everybody's been trying to figure out. You know.
Yeah, because you're technically reproducing.
Yeah, but I think to them, tech reproducing is just making a copy because there's no individuality.
Right.
Like there's, if I have an iPhone and Ken has an iPhone, it's the same
yeah, it's the
phone
same
until
thing.
I
iPhone.
mess
Yeah.
with it.
iPhone, but different AI could operate differently. There could be different code.
But
to
only
something.
if people manipulate it to be different. So if you create AI that's based on this chunk of information, right? The AI only knows what you fed it. You see what I'm saying? So until you introduce other information, this AI is the same as this AI if it's always based on this particular chunk of information.
But aren't they saying like AI is starting to be able to like? Aren't they saying that
You're talking
about like
about
ChatGPT
AGI,
and all that
machine
shit?
learning.
Like,
Yeah.
but you still somehow it feeds something. It's feeding off of something.
They're trying
Yeah.
to create that version of AI, but
Right.
the one we have now, the LLMs, are basically just data dumps.
If you remove the access to information that we give it, AI is nothing. Right?
But are they trying to create it to where it can just kind of?
Yes, think on its own.
Yes, idiots
Think
are
on
trying
its own.
to create it to where it doesn't need that.
Right.
But in 1989, then the way they were thinking, you know, if you remove the information that it has access to, AI is nothing. And if you only restrict it to a certain chunk of information, any AI that you create is going to be a copy. It's not going to be, there's no individual, there's no variety as opposed to kids. You have 2 kids, and I bet they're very different.
Yeah.
You know, y'all have 3 in the house. They're all different. That's the way humans are, but AI and tech isn't necessarily like that.
And the merge and the way these individuals are in this show, Major and her partner, you know, they're basically cyborgs. They're both. They're humans and robotic. And
At least
even
they
I
think
think
they are.
Huh?
At least they think they are.
Yeah. Yeah, because Major don't even know. She was like, "Am I? You know, what was a kid, right?" So, and that's why she's questioning what she is. But the puppet master is basically trying to become a robotic version of that, you know, and basically just reproduce. And everybody has their own sentient thoughts, their own individuality.
Right. He proposes merging with Matoku because it will almost be like having a child because it'll be a combination of the 2 of them. And then they can spread their offspring throughout the internet,
Which is dope.
which is crazy. But right as they merge, Section 6 shows up and kills them both. But what did y'all think about the final scene where Bato has put Matoku's conscience into another body?
And it was that child, right?
Yes, it was a child.
Wednesday Adams.
Mission accomplished.
Basically. And that's what it felt like. It felt like this was now the offspring of the merged beings. And the fact that he put the merged entity into a child's body kind of symbolized, because the voice changed. It
Yep.
went from a baby's voice, a childlike voice, back to Major's voice. So, and I think whatever the guy's name is, even kind of sent it so he was like, so y'all won now? Like,
Right.
you ain't never going back? So I think ultimately it was them having merged. And that's why I said once I realized this was like a universe, because that's what it felt like. It felt like this was now the start of what Puppet Master was trying to initially do.
Yeah.
And does that process start over? Because if she was a child, now she's back to being a child again. You know, and do they grow?
I
Or
mean,
do
what
they
does grow mean? It just means learning new information, right?
Well,
And
the
acting-
physical body. Does the
Oh,
physical
the physical.
body
I
actually?
don't
Or is she just
think-
stuck
I don't
as a
think
child?
so.
I got the impression that she was just stuck.
Yeah, I don't think they grow.
Yeah.
They probably just get moved into a bigger body at some point, maybe.
Kind of like Megan.
Yes.
An upgrade.
So how the hell are they going to end up doing reproducing then?
I mean, they're reproducing them in the net, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
the
Right.
idea is that you have all of these connected entities
Yep.
in different bodies.
Cybercomputer, or
Right.
yeah, the internet. Because that was a dope ass shot where they kind of showed the city. It's almost like a circuit board when you look at it from the top, and everything's kind of connected as well.
This
But
is very cerebral.
Well, I'm gonna throw one more last part at you before we end this, because I still don't have the answer for this. But did y'all notice when Matoku was put into the child's body, and the video starts? It's like a grainy, choppy footage, right? And it's looking at the child's body, and then it clears up after that, and it's like the regular clear footage. If you watch that scene, when it first starts, there's like these like a whole bunch of things connected to the child's body. The picture is flipped horizontally when it clears up, so it almost seems like there's two people that are looking at the child's body. Am I making sense? Like if you get bored, just go back and watch the last minute and a half of the movie, 2 minutes of the movie. When she first wakes up, or what we think is her waking up, the footage is kind of choppy, kind of like it was earlier when the other one got ran over. The footage is choppy, but then when it clears up, it's like the image that she was looking at is reversed. So it's almost like we're waking up and seeing one version of her, and then the version changes, or it means that they put Matoku's conscience into two different bodies. I don't know what to take from this scene.
I have to go back. I don't recall. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I do remember seeing something weird about that.
Yeah.
The way she woke up.
that
Oh,
would
well.
be interesting, because then that means that couldn't imply that she's been replicated. You know, elsewhere.
And doesn't even know it yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what they're saying, or if they're trying to push the idea that, again, there are multiple consciences here. And I also didn't ask y'all what it meant when she sees the angel. Did y'all notice that right before she gets killed?
So she saw the angel, but I thought that was supposed to be like the plane. So the helicopters in the sky that came down to kill them.
Oh.
So that's what I thought. But considering the fact that they were created by people, right? There's a lot of weird spiritual context here.
Yeah.
So it's almost like your creator sending people down to come kill you.
That makes
essentially.
sense. I
'Cause it
never.
was shadowy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the planes do look like birds. I never thought about the angel actually being a plane, but that does make sense when you're discussing the whole idea of death and how death makes them feel human, because Puppet Master got what he wanted. The angel came down, he died, and in that moment he knew what it meant to be human. I never thought about that, but that does make
He
sense.
knew what it meant to be human, and also is now resurrected as
Yes.
this multiplied entity.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot of spiritual references through this too. Interesting.
Well, I'm glad most of us enjoyed this. But yeah, if y'all get bored, y'all should go watch some of the other ones. They're just as weird, and they definitely explore the world even more. But I was happy to talk about this with y'all. Nate, thanks for coming through and talking some nerdy anime stuff with us.
Like it.
And
Yeah, I definitely want to do a rewatch, and I think I want to go through the whole world. I think the idea of the puppet master controlling different sort of things can be applied in a lot of different places. You know, all the metaphors and stuff that's in here, the idea of the ghost in the shell can be applied in a multitude of different ways with humans and the internet and AI and just all over the place. It can get like really, 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 really cerebral and take you down like, a rabbit hole of the different meanings of everything. So yeah, it's I hate it's been 30 years. It took me 30 years to watch this.
Yeah, this is one of the better ones.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a lot of time to spend with it to really think about it more in depth.
Yeah, I was surprised that you hadn't seen it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't really done like a lot of older anime. I will say that this animation style, like Perfect Blue, I like it because it reminds me of Jim and the Holograms. Like it's the same kind of like animation style that I remember watching as a kid in that. So, yeah, no, I haven't gone back and watched a lot of older anime, but this was good. This is what I wanted, more like what I wanted Akira to be.
I get that.
I'm gonna rewatch that one again.
Y'all
Watching
need to.
this one,
That shit is a
I was
fucking
like,
masterpiece.
I definitely need to go back and rewatch it.
That shit is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
No, the story behind Akira was good. Like,
it was good till it wasn't.
Damn.
It was good. It just did a little too much for me at the end.
Y'all killing me. I was trying to wrap this up and y'all gonna shit on Akira. All right. Well, once again, thank y'all for listening. Keep these coming, man. Like, you know. Well, maybe not. Never mind. Spike said, "Nah, bro." All right, never mind.
Jalen needs to come.
Yeah,
That's what
Jalen
needs to come.
should
Like,
have said his
that's blasphemy
podcast on
that he's
here.
not on these.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's seen this one. I assume he has.
Yeah, I was on too.
I still want to do Perfect Blue, but we'll hopefully
Yes,
it wins
if we
one
do
day.
it.
No, and they keep
so
voting on it and it never
good.
wins. And it's like one of my favorite
I
animes.
think it's
Oh, they voted for this?
Yeah, they voted for that. Wait, no, I'm wrong. This was an anniversary.
So they do vote for the anniversary. I think he
okay.
puts them up.
So I
which
must have
one we
watched it
want
off the
us to do.
strength of your recommendation. Then.
Yeah.
Probably because I've been.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, one of these
Yeah, I
days
do
we'll
too.
cover it up here. I mean, I think Spike wouldn't hate that one because it's basically just like a regular ass movie, but
It
an
is.
anime.
It's a lot easier to follow.
yeah, yeah.
than this one.
But it has some really interesting
It
ideas.
did. Sorry.
But all right, we talked about Perfect Blue a little bit, so y'all know what to do. Try to make us do it. But yeah, all right, we will see y'all next time. Thank y'all for listening, and thank you once again, Nate, for coming through.
You're welcome, guys.
And y'all have a good one. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.